Hi, and good morning. You've reached What's on Scott's Mind. It is January something. Uh, the week before, I guess it's January 12th, the week before the NCAA Men's College Football Championship game, Indiana University and Miami, next Monday, the 19th. Very excited. Um, this is untrod ground for an IU fan. Never been here. Been here in basketball, and have been, many times in basketball, but not in football. So it's cool. IU beat Oregon for the second time in the season, 56-22 on Friday evening in the Peach Bowl. So IU, after like 30 years of not winning a bowl, has won two bowls this year, which puts us actually in pretty good shape, really. If you think about it, we've not won any for 30 years. Now we've won two. We have the most wins in an IU season, 15. So it's awesome, right? We've done a great job. So that's where it is. Notice I'm not wearing a dark blue or black shirt. Little zippy color this week. Um, all things considered. Anyway. Couple of number of things going on. Obviously, I'm trying to fix my 3D printer. They shipped me a part, but the part arrived broken, or not broken, but disconnected. So I reached out to the support team saying, "Hey, the part won't work the way it's configured." So we'll see what they say. It's a long process, and obviously they're in China, so it takes time. I do have my other 3D printer, but unfortunately right now I can't use it because I have the the CFS system, which is the filament system, up on top of the printer. Um, so I just can't do it. Right? So anyway, the six of one, half dozen the other at that point. Um, like anything, it's all about what you're going to ultimately do, right? It's the way things work out. Anyway, um, enough of that crap. I've talked enough about printers and football for the week. So the next, obviously, consideration for me right now. Obviously, I started my new job. Um, I have a lot of angry friends that used to work at Verizon, who are very anti-Verizon. I understand why Verizon did it. It's business. I think if you take a look at where things are going, um, I do think Verizon is going to end up selling off parts of its business that are there today. It can't really compete with with AT&T overall, because AT&T has a radically larger network, and they can't compete with Lumen because Lumen is just effectively so much cheaper. So it becomes how do you play in that new world? For many years, Verizon said, "Hey, we have the reliable network, but reliability isn't as big a deal with 5G. The other two players are in the ballpark for reliability, and you can't have a radical price differential, premium price as it is, just because you have a reliable service. This is not the big deal anymore, right? That is a value proposition, but it is not the answer. So I'm curious to see how Verizon is going to shake things out, um, how they're going to roll this going forward. So we shall see. Obviously, the other things that are going on around me. First thing, you know, went out to the RV on Sunday, grabbed a bunch of stuff that needed to be charged, looked at new batteries that I need to put into some things. Took all the old batteries out so they won't, acidify, because a battery over time loses its charge, but also loses its effectiveness and creates that gross acidic crap at the bottom. Anyway, avoiding that, taking the batteries out, going to get those things and getting them charged, and then figuring out how many batteries I needed. I have a bunch of things, in the RV that are dedicated to RV life, lights, flashlights, things like that you just need for an RV. You don't need them at home as much. Um, Worst case scenario at home, I can always go plug the truck in, and I've got a built-in generator. So not horribly worried about that part. And I got solar on the roof, so if it's sunny out, I'll be still keeping some level of power. I won't lose the complete power. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to end what's on Scott's mind there. I want to thank everyone for viewing, listening, and welcome to 2026.